Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the topic solubility product. What is the topic? Solubility product. So solubility product is given by KSP. Okay, KSP is what here? Solubility product. So this solubility product is nothing but suppose you take suppose here we take a saturated solution. What we take here? Saturated solution we take. So in this saturated solution already we have studied. In saturated solution, suppose we have dissolved some solute. Some solute is dissolved. This solute is suppose electrolyte. The electrolytic solution is dissolved. Or electrolytic solute is dissolved in this solution. Now in this solution already some amount of undissolved substance is there here. So it is what now here? Undissolved solute. So undissolved solute is left over. Undissolved solute is left over in this. Okay. Now whenever the solution is in contact with the undissolved solute, that is called what now here? That type of solution is called what? Saturated solution. What we say? Saturated solution. So saturated solution is nothing but the solution which is in contact with the excess solute, undissolved solute, is called saturated solution. In this saturated solution, there will be dynamic equilibrium. We discussed in solutions topic. We discussed in which type of solution dynamic equilibrium will exist. In saturated solution means the solution which contains exactly required amount of solute. Exactly required amount of solute is called what? Saturated solution. In this saturated solution, there will be dynamic equilibrium between the undissolved solute and saturated solution. Okay, ma. So in this case, now what we have to understand is that when you are going on dissolving the solute, when you are going on dissolving in solute, okay, in this what now here in this solution, at one point when you add more solute also will not be dissolved. Whatever is required amount, that much only will be dissolved in this solution. The extra whatever we add will go to the bottom and will settle as what? Undissolved solute. So that's why here the solution formed is called saturated solution. So at a particular temperature, certain quantity of solute only can be dissolved in given volume of solvent. In given volume of solvent, we dissolved what solute here. That quantity of solute dissolved must be, okay, constant. So more than this, it will not be dissolved. More than this, it will not be dissolved. Is the point clear here so far? So now what we have to understand is that, so yes, just a moment now. Okay, so now in the case of saturated solution, what happens? Tell me. The undissolved solute will be at the bottom of solution, and the solution will be in contact with the undissolved solute. Okay, suppose we are dissolving electrolyte, some electrolytes of AB we are dissolving here. So when electrolytic solute is dissolved in given solvent, given volume of solvent, we have got some saturated solution. What we got? Saturated solution we have got. So in this saturated solution, whatever is required, that much will be dissolved in the solvent to give saturated solution. After that extra amount, whatever we add, that extra electrolytic solute will go to the bottom as what? Undissolved solute. Between undissolved solute and the solution, there will be equilibrium. That is called dynamic equilibrium, we say. Dynamic equilibrium. So in this, suppose here, if you take saturated solution, in this some undissolved solute is left over at the bottom. So between this one and this one, what will be there? Dynamic equilibrium. So in this dynamic equilibrium, what happens is that if 100 molecules from undissolved state goes into solution, again 100 molecules from solution will go into undissolved state. From undissolved state, if 10 molecules go into solution, again 10 molecules from solution will go to undissolved state. So that is equal number of molecules will be moving from undissolved state to dissolved state and dissolved state to undissolved state. This is called dynamic equilibrium that will exist in saturated solutions. Okay, ma. So like this, what you have to understand here, the solubility of this electrolyte is taken as what now here? S. Solubility. Solubility is given by what now? S. So we measure in S grams per liter or S moles per liter. So how many moles of solute is dissolved in how many liters? In 1 liter, how many moles dissolved is called moles per liter. And in 1 liter solvent, how many grams of solute is dissolved? How many grams of solute is dissolved in 1 liter solution is called what? Solubility. And also solubility is measured in moles per liter. Molar solubility we say. Molar solubility in moles per liter. Or we can also measure in grams per liter. Okay, so like this here, all substances will not be dissolved to the same extent. All the substances do not dissolve to the same extent. Some solutes will be dissolved to a greater extent and they have more solubility, and some other solutes will dissolve to very lesser extent. Their solubility we have to say lesser. So solubility concept is clear. So some salts will dissolve to greater extent, some salts will dissolve to lesser extent. This is called what now here? Solubility concept. And we are discussing the topic what? Solubility product. The topic name is what? Solubility product. Okay, ma. So the solubility product, we have to understand as what now here? KSP. What do we say? KSP. Solubility product constant. K is what constant here. SP means solubility product. So in this solubility product, mainly what we have to understand is that suppose we are dissolving AB. AB is what now here? One electrolyte. AB electrolyte is dissolved here. AB electrolyte is dissolved. Okay. So this AB electrolyte is dissolved in what now? Some solvent. In the solvent we have dissolved. Then we got here, it is AB solid you take. AB solid is dissolved in some solvent. Then we have got what now here? Solution. Okay. AB undissolved. Undissolved. So some undissolved AB is left over here. What is left over, ma? Undissolved AB is left over. Again, some quantity of AB will be undissolved. AB will be dissociated into what now here? Ions. A plus ion and B minus ion. So A plus ion and B minus ion will be forming here. Okay, so A plus and B minus will be forming from undissolved solute. It is undissolved solute, we say. So this undissolved solute molecules will be dissociated into what? A plus and B minus. Now it is in, these ions will be in what now? Solution. In solution. In the solution, what will be ions available here? A plus and B minus. And at the bottom, at bottom of the vessel, what will be available? Undissolved solute will be present. What we have dissolved? Some solid AB is dissolved in water or liquid solvent, and we got what now? Some solution. In that here between AB undissolved solute and ions dissociated. Between these, what will be there now here? Some equilibrium will exist here. So how many equilibria totally? 2 equilibria. Totally how many equilibria left over? 2. So 2 equilibria. Equilibrium singular, equilibria plural. So there are 2 equilibria when you dissolve AB solid in what here? The given solvent. And this AB solid is what now here? Sparingly soluble solute. What is this called? Sparingly soluble. Sparingly soluble meaning what? Not completely soluble. Sparingly soluble solute. So the sparingly soluble solute AB is dissolved in some solvent. Then we got some solution. In that solution at the bottom, what is left over? Undissolved solute is left over. And in the solution, which ions are present? A plus and B minus ions are present. Okay. And now what we have to understand is that, so when you take this AB dissociated into A plus and B minus, okay. So I'm taking next page here. Suppose AB is dissociated into A plus and B minus ions. Okay, ma'am. So now here this AB is what now? Sparingly soluble salt. Sparingly soluble salt or incompletely soluble salt, not completely soluble in water, suppose. Now here we have taken initially 1 mole. 1 mole of this one we have taken. Initially how much we have taken? 1 mole. So initially we have taken 1 mole of AB solute. Initially 0 A plus ions, 0 B minus ions initially. Now here at equilibrium, what happens now here? From 1 mole, how much dissolved? Suppose S dissolved, S moles dissolved already. How many moles dissolved, ma? S moles dissolved. And here we are taking volume as V liters. Volume as V liters here. So from this 1 mole, how much is dissolved in the volume here in the solvent? S moles dissolved. Okay. So now here's what is solubility of this one. Suppose I'm taking solubility is equal to what now here? S moles per liter. Solubility. Solubility of the salt is equal to what? S moles per liter. S moles per liter is what now here? Solubility of this AB solute. AB solid. So now solubility is S moles per liter and volume is V liters. In V liters, we dissolved 1 mole of AB solute. Suppose from balanced equation, if 1 mole of AB is completely dissociated, we get 1 mole of A plus, 1 mole of B minus. Right, ma'am? If 1 mole of AB is completely dissociated, we get what? 1 mole A plus, 1 mole B minus. If S moles dissociated, if 1 mole is completely dissociated, we get A plus and B minus. 1 mole A plus, 1 mole B minus. But here it is sparingly soluble solute. It is what now here? Sparingly soluble. Sparingly soluble means completely soluble or incompletely soluble? Incompletely soluble. So sparingly soluble salt it is. That's why it will not be dissociated completely. From 1 mole will not be dissociated. Suppose S moles dissociated here. So how many moles per liter left over now here? AB left over is what at equilibrium? 1 minus S moles per liter. 1 minus S moles per liter of AB left over. It is what now here? AB left over. Undissociated. Undissolved, otherwise. Undissolved here. Undissolved. Leftover, undissolved. Is that clear, ma? So now here, from balanced equation, if 1 mole is dissociated, we get 1 mole A plus, na? But here, how many moles dissociated? Only S moles. Only 1 mole S moles dissolved here. When S moles dissolved, 1 mole dissolved, we give 1 mole. Okay, 1 mole dissolved, we get 1 mole. But here, if S moles dissolved, we get 1 into S moles. Here 1 is there, 1 A plus is there, na? So 1 into S. So here S will be formed. S moles per liter is formed here, A plus. Okay. Next here B minus, how much formed here again? So if 1 mole of AB dissolved completely, we get 1 mole B minus, suppose. But here S moles only dissolved. If S moles dissolved, 1 into S. 1 into S. S only will be formed here. So S moles per liter. So S moles per liter of B minus ions there. S moles per liter of A plus there here. And how many moles of AB left over? 1 minus S will be left over. The solubility will be constant for AB. For this compound AB, the solubility S value will be constant. Okay. Whether student 1 dissolves S, when one student dissolves AB in solvent, okay, S will be dissolved. If another student dissolves the same solute in same volume also, we get dissolved what only S. S quantity only will be dissolved. More than S quantity, AB solute will not be dissolved. Whoever dissolves the AB in given solvent, given volume of solvent, always how much will be soluble? S quantity only will be soluble. That means the solubility value of this AB compound in the given volume will be always constant. That point keep in mind. So here, as S dissolved here, we got S A plus and S moles per liter B minus we got. Is that clear, ma'am? Now according to law of mass action, how to write equation? According to law of mass action. Law of mass action. Tell me how to write the equation of K, equilibrium constant K. K is equal to what we have now here? A plus concentration into B minus concentration divided by what, ma? Concentration of AB undissolved. AB undissolved. So here K is equal to what now? A plus into B minus by AB concentration. It is according to law of mass action. Okay. So for this equilibrium process, we can write K constant is equal, equilibrium constant K is equal to A plus concentration into B minus concentration by AB concentration. Okay, AB is solid undissolved now. It is AB is what now here? Undissolved solid, right? The concentration of solid will be taken one only now. Concentration of solid will be taken as what? One. That's why in place of AB solid, what we can take more? One. 1 into K, K only. K is equal to A plus into B minus. So here what we write now here? Here what is A plus concentration? S into, again here also B minus also S by 1 we take. 1 by here, the concentration of solid is always equal to 1. Therefore what we have now? K into 1. K is equal to S square. K is equal to S square. When K is equal to S square, S is equal to square root of K. Okay, here what we have now here? K is equal to S square. The same thing how to write now? S is equal to under root K. Under root K. Is the concept clear, ma? So solubility S is equal to under root K. We take here. K is what now? Constant. This constant name is what now here? Solubility product constant. Constant of solubility product. KSP. Instead of K, what we write here? KSP we write. Okay. So it's about what now here? Solubility concept. Let's take the screenshot of this, ma. Okay. So next one here, suppose here I'm taking here AgCl. What I'm taking? AgCl. How AgCl will dissociate? AgCl we know precipitate now. It is what now here? Precipitate. Precipitate means will dissolve completely? No. Very less quantity will be dissolved. So solubility of this AgCl will be more or less? Very less. Solubility of this AgCl solid is very less. That's why it is called what? Sparingly soluble salt. What is called? Sparingly soluble salt. If you take NaCl, suppose NaCl is what? Completely dissolved in water. NaCl will completely dissolve in water. That is called what? NaCl is called what? Soluble salt, we say. But AgCl is what here? Sparingly soluble salt, which is very less dissolved in water, given water. So how AgCl will dissociate in water? Ag plus ions and Cl minus ions. Okay, in this initially we are taking 1 mole. 1 mole of AgCl is dissolved. But 1 mole completely will not dissolve now. Initially, Ag plus form 0, Cl minus form 0. And how much will be left over at equilibrium? 1 minus S will be left over. 1 minus S will be left over. So 1 minus S moles will be left over. And volume, suppose we are taking volume is equal to V liters. Then moles per liter we can take now. 1 minus S moles per liter. And here 1 mole per V. 1 mole per V liters. 1 minus S moles per 1 liter. So initially 1 mole dissolved. Initially 0 Ag plus 0 Cl minus. But at equilibrium 1 minus S moles left over. That means how much is dissolved here? S quantity is dissolved here. S moles dissolved. From 1 mole, only S moles dissolved. Very small quantity dissolved here. When S is dissolved here, what happens now here? Here, how much of this Ag plus will form? 1 Ag plus is there here? 1 Ag plus 1 Cl minus from balanced equation. That's why 1 into S, 1 S. And here also 1 into S, S. So S moles per liter, S moles per liter. So like this, we got a S moles per liter, S moles per liter. Now, what is solubility of this given salt? Solubility of salt is what now? This one. S is what now here? Solubility of AgCl. Solubility of AgCl. Is that clear, ma? So solubility of AgCl is S moles per liter. Then we get what now here? Here 1 minus S moles per liter left over, and S moles per liter formed, S moles per liter formed here. So here you take V is 1 liter here. V 1 liter volume. Then we take here 1 minus S mole per liter. Here also 1 mole per liter. Now tell me what is the equation here? K is equal to, we write Ag plus concentration into Cl minus concentration divided by AgCl. AgCl solid it is. AgCl undissolved solid. Undissolved solid. For undissolved solid concentration will be taken 1 unity. So this value will be taken as what now here? Unity. Unity means what? 1. Unity means what? 1. That's why here what we take the same thing out right now here, or K of AgCl. K of AgCl. This AgCl we have taken K into AgCl solid. So K of AgCl is equal to what now? Ag plus concentration into Cl minus concentration. The product means what? Into only, na? So Ag plus concentration into Cl minus concentration. Now this, instead of K AgCl, K of AgCl, we write what now? KSP. What do we write now? KSP. KSP we write. Instead of K AgCl, what do we write? KSP is equal to Ag plus concentration into Cl minus concentration. Here is equal what now? How much it is? S into S square is equal to S square. So KSP is equal what now? KSP is equal to S square. So solubility product is equal to S into S square for this. Then what will be S here? Therefore S equals to what? Under root KSP. KSP means what now? Solubility product. Is that clear? So solubility product KSP, and S is what now? S is called solubility. S is called solubility. KSP is called solubility product. So for AgCl solid, salt, what is the solubility product? KSP is equal to what? S into S, that is S square. Okay. Ag plus concentration how much? S. Cl minus also S. S into S, S square. That is KSP. KSP is called what here? Solubility product. Is the concept clear? Let's take the screenshot of this. Next one I'm taking here, one more example. Ag, or you take aluminum sulfate, or you take one common type, A2B3. Suppose A2B3 is one type of solid. It is sparingly soluble solid. Sparingly soluble solid. Salt or salt, anyway. Okay, sparingly soluble solid we have taken. Now it will be dissociated into how many cations? Tell me here. How many cations will be forming? How many atoms of A? 2 atoms of A. How many atoms of B? 3 atoms of B. What will be charge on this A? Charge on the A plus 3 will be there. On the B, what will be charge? Minus 2. This 2 will be here, minus 2 charge of B. And charge of A will be minus 3 or plus 3? Plus 3. For A, what will be charge? Plus 3. For B, what will be charge? Minus 2. For B, minus 2. For A, plus 3. Because A will form cation, B will form anion here. And how many atoms of A there? 2 atoms. How many atoms of B? 3 atoms. Then how many cations must be forming? 2 atoms. 2 cations must be forming, and 3 anions must be forming. 3 negative ions and 2 positive ions will form. Then tell me what is cation here? A with what charge? Plus 3 here. A plus 3. A plus 3 is what now here? Cation. What is cation? And what is anion here? What is anion? B with what charge? Minus 2. So minus 2 is charge here. So it is anion here. So B minus 2 is anion. A plus 3 is what? Cation. Is the concept clear now? So now what we have to understand is that, see here, how many cations are formed here? How many cations are formed? 2. So there will be 2 cations, and how many anions will be forming? 3 anions. So 3 anions and 2 cations will be forming. Is the concept clear now? So now what we have to understand is that, so here 1 mole is dissolved initially. How much dissolved here? Initially we have dissolved 1 mole. Okay, so 1 mole initially here 0 cations, 0 anions initially. And at equilibrium means what now? When saturated solution is formed. What we have said, equilibrium? When saturated solution is formed. When saturated solution is formed, that is when equilibrium is reached. What we have to understand at equilibrium here, 1 minus S will be left over. So here we are taking 1 mole per liter initially taken, a 0, 0. Here 1 minus S moles per liter will be left over. That means how much dissolved here from 1 mole? S moles per liter dissolved. S moles dissolved from 1 mole. So here how much will be forming? Tell me. If 1 mole completely dissolves, if 1 mole completely dissolves, we are getting 2 moles. 1 mole of A2B3 solid will give completely 2 moles of cations, right? But here how much dissolved? S only dissolved. So 1 mole A2B3 will give 2 moles A plus. Okay, 2 moles A plus 3. But here how much dissolved? S is dissolved. Then S moles when dissolved will give how much? So how to take now cross multiplication? 2 into S by 1. So 2S. So how many moles will be forming A plus cations? 2 moles. So here what we take? 2 into S. 2 into S. So 2S will be forming here. 2S moles per liter. Here tell me 3 moles there here. Anions. So 3 into S. 3S will be forming. So 3S moles per liter. So 3S moles per liter. 3S moles per liter and 2S moles per liter we got. So how much of A2B3 sparingly solubles are left over undissolved? 1 minus S. It is what now here? Undissolved solid at the bottom of the vessel. Undissolved solid. Okay. So the concentration of this undissolved solid will be taken as what? 1. Okay. Now for this here, for this what we take now? Equilibrium constant called what? KSP. KSP how to write now? Concentration of cations to the power of 2 into concentration of anions to the power of 3. Concentration of cations whole power 2 into concentration of anion 3s whole power 3. We take it. So next page what we write now here? Tell me KSP of A2B3. KSP of A2B3, solubility product of A2B3 is equal to what now here? How many S there here? 2S. So 2S whole power, how many cations formed here? 2 into here how many anions there, ma'am? 3 anions. So how many S? 3S. 3S whole power what? 3. Whole power 3. Is that clear? So KSP is equal to what now here? KSP of A2B3 is equal to 2S whole square into 3S whole cube. Is that clear, ma? So now tell me here, what is 2 square here? 4S square. Here 4 into S square. Okay. So 4S square it is, and this one what? 3 cube. 3 into 3 into 3. How much it is? 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. So 27 into S cube. Is that clear, ma? So like this, what we have to take here? We have to take the concept of what? KSP of A2B3 is equal to 2S whole power 2 into 3S whole power 3. Okay. So 4 into 27. 4 into 27 into what? S to the power of 2 plus 3. Okay. 4 into 27, how much it is? Yeah, 25 into 4, 100. 100 plus 8. So 108 it is. 108. 108 into S to the power of 2 plus 3. That is equal to 108. 108. Next what? S power 5. Is that clear, ma'am? It is KSP. KSP of which salt it is? KSP of A2B3. KSP of A2B3 is equal to 108 S power 5. The same thing if you are given sometimes KSP will be given. KSP value will be given. They ask you to find out S is solubility. And sometimes solubility S will be given. You will be asked to calculate KSP. Anything will be asked to calculate. Now KSP is equal to what more? 108 S power 5. 108 S power 5. The same thing if you are asked S is equal to what now here? S is equal to what now? Fifth root of. First you take S power 5 is equal to what? Tell me first. S power 5 is equal to what? S power 5 is equal to KSP by KSP divided by 108. Right now. Now the same thing. S is equal to what now? Fifth root. Fifth root of what? KSP divided by 108. So like this S value we have to calculate. S is called what now here? Solubility. we get S value in solubility in moles per liter. Solubility in moles per liter, we get moles per liter. If you get S value in moles per liter, sometimes the answers will be, options will be in grams per liter. Suppose we got X moles per liter. We got suppose X moles per liter. Here X moles, how to convert into grams? Number of moles into gram molecular weight we take. So number of moles X into gram molecular weight will give grams. So grams per liter will be asked sometimes. Sometimes moles per liter will be asked. So the S value will be in moles per liter. Is the concept clear? How to calculate KSP value understood here for given salts? So this is important concept of what? Solubility product. Let's take the screenshot of this. So the last one you take it here. Suppose I'm taking here AX BY. Okay. So how it will be giving here? It will give rise to X number of A plus Y ions and Y number of B minus X ions. A cation, anion. Now tell me here, 1 mole is dissolved initially. Here initially 0, 0. Here 1 minus S will be left over. Here X into S, XS. And here Y into S, YS. Okay. So now tell me what is KSP, how to write now? KSP of its salt, it is AX BY is equal to, tell me, is equal to XS whole power X into YS whole power Y. So your concentration of cations XS whole power X into YS whole power Y. You have to take. So that is equal to what? X power X, S power X, Y power Y, S power Y. That is equal to what now here? Tell me. X power X into Y power Y into what? S power X plus Y. It is what now here? KSP. KSP means what here? Solubility product. Solubility product. Is the concept clear to all? So this type of concept should be understood here. It is about solubility product. We'll discuss in the next period. Okay. Bye. Good day.